Go.
Hello and welcome to another episode of How I Spent the Apocalypse. I thought it was a good day for you guys to finally meet our goats. This one up here is Annie. This one up here that's saying, please let me in next, is Bonnie. Okay, so this is Annie and Bonnie. Now, we're going to have a little competition. This is my magnificent grandson, Zeb.
Hello.
Now, you might wonder why I keep saying my magnificent grandson and my genius son. That's because I will be the first one to call them a dumbass if I think they're being a dumbass. Now, my magnificent grandson pointed out to me this morning something I did not realize. He said that I am giving new meaning to DIY. He says it's do it yourself. He said, because I'm not actually showing you how to do stuff. I'm just assuming that you can figure out what I'm doing and do it. And I explained to him that I think that the people that watch my YouTube show are not dumbasses. And so I shouldn't have to take them by the hand and lead them through everything. Now, my genius grandson, Zeb, hand me that thing. My genius grandson, Zeb, who is visiting with us because he has been in quarantine and we have been in quarantine. And you'll notice we're still not on top of each other. And we wash our hands 50 times a day.
Legitimately about 100 if I'm being serious.
Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so my genius grandson, Zeb, thinks that he can solve a Rubik's Cube faster than I can milk a goat. So, here's the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to mess it up because I think he has tricks that he uses. So, I'm going to mess it up because I have a lack of trust for him and his messing it up. Because he solves it in like seconds, and I'm pretty sure that there's a trick to it. Okay.
Well, there is. But
well, because I can't figure out how to do one of them sons of bitches, so I just assume. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to milk. Well, actually, I'm going to do this race first. I'll teach you how to milk on Bonnie. Okay, here you go.
Here, I have my
Okay,
cube.
are you ready?
Let me inspect my cube for a second. Look at it.
Maybe you can sit in this corner behind me and be out of the way.
That's all right. We're good.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is Annie. And we're going to do the big test. Are you ready? On your mark. Get set. Go!
Ah!
Now, I know it looks to you like she's pulling, but she's not. It's really a very delicate technique that I have not
will show
mastered.
them on the next go. I will explain it on the next go. Not that it will teach them, because I've tried to teach how many people to milk, and I've managed to teach exactly 4 of them of the dozens I've tried to teach to milk.
I'm almost solved here.
Oh, damn it!
Poor goat.
Yes! I won the competition!
Oh, you shithead! Okay, show them. I told you he's magnificent! Okay, so I'm still milking, so I might as well teach you how to milk on Annie. Okay, you take your hand basically and you make a kind of a loop with your thumb and forefinger around the teat. That traps the milk, and then you push with your other fingers. Okay? And that's how you do it. Okay, so that's see, I did a DIY, showed them how to do it.
Yeah.
Now it's up to you to figure it out because it seems easy and it should be easy. And some people sit down and the very first time you teach them, they do it. And other people, like my lovely wife, you can show them 4 billion times and they still won't do it. Okay, and the bumping the bag, you do that because that's what the kids do and it causes them to let down the rest of their milk. And you can see she milks really well. Although Nana did not beat the genius boy with his Rubik's Cube. That's what we do in the apocalypse. We make up competitions. And yet we're the least competitive family in the world. Well, me and Meyer are. Not that you're a little bit competitive, and your brother and your mom are super competitive.
I honestly don't care.
Yeah. But you did win. That's why you don't care. You don't care because you won. All right, there you go. He won by a lot, by the way. Okay, so now we have babies to feed. So we're going to fill just regular bottles is what I use. People will use fancy nipples on pop bottles and all that shit. I've tried all of those over the years. None of them work as well as just a regular cheap-ass baby bottle.
Why do you not have the kids on their mamas?
I don't have the kids on their mamas because it makes the babies super wild. And then you can't tame them. And as you can see, they're like dogs, basically. And they like to be milked. They come in, they jump up. And that makes the kids super tame. So now we're going to walk out to feed the kids. So it's going to take Lynn a while to get there. Me and Zeb will get there pretty quickly.
No, you don't get to go in yet. Close the door
Don't
quick,
let
Zeb.
Bonnie in.
There you go.
Take a picture of the barn.
I'm going to right now.
Okay, so that's one of our barns. One of the projects we will be doing is we're getting ready to take down the other barn. We have rotating pastures. We're getting ready to take down the old barn and put up a new barn. And hopefully by then, Lynn will have figured out how to stop and start this so that we can get actual footage. Up, come on, you monkeys. Gate crashers, come on, you gate crashers. These are our babies. The little red one is Penny. She's a doe. And she is Annie's baby that we just milked. And the little one, this beautiful, beautiful one is called Yumyum. He's a billy goat. We call him Yumyum because we are going to eat him this winter. It's probably the harshest thing and the hardest thing that I do on the farm because, as you can see, I have a real affection for them. But here's the thing about billy goats, and we will talk about this more later. Billy goats are perhaps the most vile, evil things on planet Earth. And see how cute and sweet he is now? By the time he is 4 months old, you will be happy to put him down and eat him. They do obnoxious things.
Fortunately, human kids aren't like that.
Shut up, Lynn! Mouthy ass camera woman!
And this is...
Look at the little boy, he won the competition. That's because she keeps collapsing her nipple. I hate it when you collapse your nipple.
I'm going to show him this pasture here. This is right now it's the kid pasture. Sometimes it's a buck pasture. It's really close to the other, but it's completely fenced off.
We'll show him a picture of this building.
I will. That's another pasture back there.
Meyer and I threw this building together, mostly Meyer. I helped him a little bit, but Meyer and I threw this building together literally out of scraps and pieces and slabs and bullshit.
And
it works pretty good for what it does.
What's that igloo thing in there?
That's for the babies. The babies get in there and that's where they sleep. It keeps them from getting cold. Somebody threw it away and I used it for the kids. So it works really good. These are actually toys the kids play on. He's not going to be able to get them to play on them right now. Maybe he can. I don't know. I don't know if they'll play with Zeb or not.
Come here. Get on it.
He's like, are you kidding me?
Are you absolutely insane?
Okay, let's go back. We've got to milk Bonnie. Here, Bonnie's screaming and hollering and yelling. That's because it's her turn.
Come on, Zeb, quick. I don't want babies following us out.
They're gate crashers. Oh, you little gate crasher. Oh, get back in there. I never let them do that normally, and it's normally just me. So I just get out and I never let them go through the gate. Because if they get to gate crashing, they will do that when they're that size, and it's a pain in the ass. Right now, they're cute little babies. But if you let them gate crash now, they will gate crash their entire lives. What you want them to do is get to the point where they don't even try to go through a gate, unless you're leading them.
This right here is actually a movable chicken coop. And we have a rooster who lives in this pasture.
His name's Doodle.
His name is Doodle, like cockadoodle.
There he is. There's Doodle.
Where's Doodle?
Right there on the other side. Okay. Now if you would
Nope, he
let
just
me
left.
do this instead of you doing this. Okay. So what I wanted to show you is that the goats on their own, one of them goes out and the other one gets up on the stanchion. You just pour some feed in there. A lot of people, they have lockhead gates and all that fancy stuff. I start training mine on the stanchion about a month to 2 months before they milk. By the time it's ready for them to go, I maybe have to use this chain 1 or 2 times. The rest of the time, they just get up there, they let me milk them. It's not a big deal. Bonnie's really easy to milk. This is the one I should have done the test on. This is the one I should have done the race on with Bonnie. Bonnie's easier to milk than Andy.
Ah, excuses.
So that's our lesson for today about goats. I'm sure we'll come back to the goats many, many times because the goats are super important on this farm. And there's lots of different things and nuances and stuff that we'll have to do with the goats. So we will talk about them a lot from time to time. I thank you for tuning in. Please tell all your friends and relatives to watch us. You know, unless they don't like dirty language, then tell them to grow up. I love you all. Well, maybe not you, I don't know you. Over and out.